Yo, 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 yo. This is What the Dudesay podcast. Why is Derek fucking poking me?
Start from the top again.
I was gonna keep going.
Yeah, just keep going, man.
Just take it. You're watching What the Dudesay podcast, and today we have a special show today. It's gonna be a little bit serious, but we're gonna try to mix this thing up and make it a little funny if we can. But today we have a special guest, and she goes by the name of Allie Dump Truck. Wide load. What else?
Hooker face.
I ain't saying that.
Yeah, that's what they used to call her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that?
One of my very good friends that's no longer with us tried to, in his drunken state, one Halloween, thought it was a good idea to try to pick me up for $20 so he could go buy a case of Bud Light.
Yeah, hey, we did need that more beer.
Yep.
I went and got the more beer, but
I'm not gonna say what she did for it.
That's some Alabama shit. But
Mississippi just did it.
Row Tide.
we do stupid shit too. But yeah. But she's G.I. Jane for the day.
No, no, it's Ripley.
My bad, G.I. Ripley.
No, it's
What
Ripley.
the hell?
Alien,
Ripley.
dude.
Alien.
Ripley, just Ripley.
Just, okay.
Nobody knows Ripley.
Sigourney Weaver.
Huh?
Sigourney Weaver was the lady's name.
What they got to do with it?
What
Jesus Christ.
We totally do.
Hey,
Anyway,
it is what it is. But Allie, could you tell them about yourself?
36, married to Damon.
I pray for you.
I know, right?
We all do.
shit, I pray
Derek's
for it,
my brother-in-law, or All-Star. All-Star's my brother-in-law, and Josh is one. Actually, Josh and Peg known them quite a few years.
too. You got a table
There.
full of brother-in-laws.
I do.
Bad combination though.
Bunch of
Josh has been
bunch
the
of
second
punk ass
husband through all
dudes.
this. Josh has been my second husband through.
I know what you're thinking.
You need to divorce that one.
You're getting all the damn benefits.
But grew up here in Alabama, not about 35 minutes from here. Kind of in the hood,
God in the hood.
a little bit.
She's like a matchstick.
Matchstick.
It almost caught fire, but it didn't.
Asshole.
Question is she the burnt black one or is she the gray false one?
Well, that's yet to be determined.
I'm a little unhinged, but who isn't?
I saw that last week. Yeah,
Just a
where you
little.
snapped on everybody. Even the dog got it.
Even the dog got it.
Even the
Y'all
dog
heard that?
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, that fucking dog. She loves her to death, but shit.
I could tell.
Darlie is my favorite child. I'll pick her over the kids.
Yeah, because all she does is eat, sleep, take a shit.
and cuddles.
She don't talk back.
Exactly.
That dog's so fucked up, man. She gotta have a blanket tucked in like a fucking taco before she go to bed.
Yeah,
Burrito.
that's to keep that 155 pounds worth of meat fucking warm.
You almost 200 pounds. That dog big as I am.
You
Yeah, I
can
was
tell
fixing to say,
houses.
that's not 155. That's closer to 200.
You can tell
My dog
houses
weighs more than I
little.
do.
You said what?
You can tell houses little because
Oh yeah.
whatchamacallit looks
Well,
exactly like that.
Darlie looks just like Hoss.
She acts just like Willow, or she used to act just like Willow. Now she's too
Yeah.
fat to move that
She
quick.
laid back.
So, Allie, today is the day that you get to share your cancer journey.
Excuse me.
So we want to know not all the gritty details, but the details.
But start from the top.
Yeah, we need it from the top.
Well, like I've been telling y'all I've been trying to prepare y'all for the past year and a half. Once I realized what was really going on, I knew what it was. Runs in the family. My mom died from it. She literally was diagnosed December 27th of 2015 and died March the 20th of 2016. And we had her 3 months after that. My grandmother died from it. My sister had to have her colon completely removed because they weren't cancerous yet with the polyps. There was too many of them. If they had tried to laser them out, they would have lacerated her liver and caused small tears, and it would have had to be taken out anyway. Mine is what's known as a genetic. It's a mutation in my cells that it runs in the family. It literally runs in the family. They did the genetic testing, which is why my 2 biological kids and then my niece that I have all have to go be checked. Unfortunately, they're not gonna like that, but they're.
So let me just pivot real quick. So you know that you said that your mom died from it, and you said that your grandmother died from it. Has there been anybody else in your family that's had the same thing?
Just recently found out my Uncle Jerry. It predominantly hits women because we tried to get info when my uncle died, my mom's brother, to find out if he had him, but they didn't check that far. They found his cause of death and that was it. But my Uncle Jerry, I just recently found out, had a colostomy bag.
Yeah.
And he had issues with his colon and everything. And then 2 years ago, my cousin Judy, which was my mom's first cousin, actually had to have chemotherapy. Hers wasn't as advanced as mine. I'm technically, I told everybody it was stage 3. It was actually stage 4. The end of stage 4. Yeah, it was, if it had officially spread to my lung, then it would have been a lot worse. But I downplayed it a little bit, but we're in a better position. I can say it was stage 4 without having to come apart.
So let me ask you this. So what made you go to the hospital or go to the doctor?
I told her ass wasn't going back to work.
No, it started when I was still at my old job. It was a old restaurant, one of the oldest restaurants in Alabama, but the last 7-8 months to a year I was there, I was having issues. Having to run to the bathroom all the time. Couldn't go to the bathroom, but then again I felt like I had to go to the bathroom all the time. Just hurting all the time. There was blood there a lot. Never had an issue. Had given birth to 2 kids. Never had an issue with hemorrhoids, but this caused it. And at that point it was, all right, well, I'm going to go on insurance, or I'm going to go start working with my husband, make better money, and get on insurance. And then during a break, I'm going to come home, get checked, figure out what's going on. I postponed it long enough. I was scared. I knew what it was going to be, and I didn't want to face it. But I told Derek, all right, I've got this, or I told All Star, I've got these appointments set. I'm gonna go get checked. I just need to be home by March or mid-March. I think that's when we came home from Pennsylvania. Anyway, I get home. The first few days I'm alright, and then it just hits me. Everything just goes downhill. I start feeling awful. I start hurting all the time, worse than I've gotten used to for the past year and a half. And we finally got the colonoscopy and the endoscopy. Endoscopy came back, everything was okay, my upper GI tract and everything. But colonoscopy, she could tell just from looking that it was going to be something, that it was most likely cancer. When that happened, it hit me.
Yeah.
The tears started. She asked me if I wanted her to call someone to, explain it. If I wanted her to call my spouse or somebody very close to me, and I asked her to call my husband because I couldn't say it at that point. I could not physically say it without having a breakdown. And unfortunately, both of my two oldest, or both of the 2 oldest that live here, were with me. They were on a break, I think, or I'd let their dad had agreed to let them stay home to go with me because the oldest was graduating, so she didn't have to go back. But I tried to wait till I got home to tell them that it was pretty much all but confirmed. But 2 days later, I was laid up in the bed. The oxygen that they put on me dried me out, gave me a really bad cold to the point where I had no strength. It wiped me out, took what little bit of strength I had left. And come to find out later on down the road, I had free air trapped in my abdomen from the tumor that was in my rectum, causing a laceration in the opening and was letting air up, so it was causing discomfort. I was already sick, so the doctor who did my colonoscopy sent me to the emergency room. She was trying to call and get a bed, but she sent me there because she knew that something was wrong and that it was going south and that something had to be done right then. And I think it was 4 days later, I was being prepped for surgery. We didn't know what was going to happen. And I didn't know, honestly, until about 3 weeks after all this happened. I was out of the hospital that it was as serious as it was. And it was such a major surgery. I thought it was just, something that just, did a little cut, pulled a few things out. No. If I wasn't a woman and I had not already given birth to children, they would not have gotten my tumor out. It was that big. It was the size of a cantaloupe.
Jesus Christ.
And at that point, I was down to 130 pounds. So I had like a 5-pound tumor in there.
Did they show you the tumor after you finally came out of recovery and
I begged
everything?
them to show me, but they did not.
We have pictures of it.
I do have pictures of it. And I have pictures of my, from the asshole up.
I just want to see the tumor. Yes.
You mean the previous asshole?
We might show the tumor. We might, maybe.
Yeah.
It's up to y'all. It's up to y'all.
So I got a question. So where are you at today?
As of right now, I'm on a month-long break recuperating from chemotherapy. It was every other week. It was supposed to be 1 week on, 1 week off. The week off, I was supposed to get IV fluids, well, because of the hurricane that rolled through North Carolina and everything that shut all that down and manufacture of the IV fluid. So we're on an IV fluid shortage right now. Still, I believe. And,
It was Hurricane Milton, if you guys are wondering.
but, it was 1 week on, 1 week off. And then I just had to keep fluid going. But I'd go in Tuesday, sit there for 5 hours, get my chemo there, and then come home with a pump with the same amount that would dose me until about between 11 and 12 o'clock on that next Thursday, like 2 days later. So pretty much I've had 12 rounds of chemo if you calculate it up.
And how does that chemo make you feel? Like I've seen
Like shit.
people that that's went through chemo and radiation, but I never asked. I didn't want to put them in that loopy stage, but
Radiation wasn't so bad. Street was there for that one because my husband was out of town. The only one working, he had to. We went from a 2-income household to 1 income, and it ain't been fun. But Street was there for that, for the radiation, and that wasn't too bad. Like a few hours later, I'd kind of just be drained and feel a little nauseous, but nothing too bad. Chemo has kicked my ass.
In what way?
Between the nausea, sickness,
Tired?
Not this last round, but the 2 before that were, the nausea wasn't too bad, but the neuropathy and then being just exhausted. I had no energy for anything. I mean, I couldn't even just function throughout the day. I had to have a nap. I felt old. It makes you feel every bit of your age and then some.
Well, I'll tell you this. Just by looking at you today You look great.
Oh, thank you.
I can't call you wide load no more because it ain't that wide, but
No.
you know.
I get at least, the hips and my ass back and nothing. Like almost
It'll
flat
come.
back there.
It'll come. You know, this is what I'll say.
The tumor took my ass.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Now you got to build it back. I mean, Popeyes and Church's got a lot of fried chicken, so.
Right.
Hey, I've been eating a lot of turnip greens. I made
There you go.
Turnip greens.
There you go.
Eat a bunch of cornbread, too.
We just got to get her ass on some butter beans and some cornbread, man.
Butter
I got
breeze.
stuck
Butter
brains in
Brains,
there.
man.
Start wearing stiletto heels in the house. Throughout the house.
Bro, she can't wear heels in the house because I won't leave her alone. She does that shit.
He be chasing her ass like a damn kid
Wear
with a
heels
toy.
in the house.
I don't have to. I just have to look at them.
No, I'm just saying. It's just it'll put that crease at the bottom. He'll look.
I still got my smileys when I have a tan. When I get sun, I still got the smileys somewhat. They're just not as big.
No, what I'll say is, when I got the call, not from Allie, but from Short Bus over here, he was pretty upset as well. And I was actually eating dinner with my boss, and I stepped away, and Short Bus over here was pretty emotional. I mean, as he has a right to be. That's his wife.
And unfortunately, he was alone.
He was. He'd been on the road for a while. And, I said, do whatever you got to do. Get home. You need to be home by tomorrow. And then the next day, pretty early in the morning, I called Allie and I was like, you need to give me the scope. And so I got the scope from her. And, it's been, any time that you're dealing with any person that you love and that you care for, that's going through cancer, cancer's tough, man. I mean, sometimes it's like, oh, I got this like stage 1, stage 2, they're gonna give me some medicine and I get over it, and that happens,
Right.
They gave her really strong vitamins to get over cervical early stages.
Right.
Of cervical cancer.
Right. And then there's times where it's, you think it's going to be too late. And I'll be the first to tell you, like we knew that, as long as I've known Allie, and that's before her and Short Bus got married, Allie has been, she's been a rather thick white girl. She's been rather thick. She's never skinny. And there you go. And to see her go through this journey and to be so positive about it, no matter the type of shit that she's dealt with, and that's the thing that I really want to bring up right now, is that, unless it's you as the individual that has to go all these doctor's appointments and has to do all these treatments and has to do all these things, like you're really just a bystander, just watching to see what's going to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? And unless it's you that's physically having to deal with all the tragic shit that cancer brings, you never really respect how tough of an individual that they have to be in order to come out on the other side. And this is what I'll say, right? So me and Allie go back a long way, and we've always traded jabs and traded jokes and shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I used to call her, her nickname for me was Wide Load, and her nickname for me was the short little Irish bodyguard. And that's fine, because I've been short my whole life. But what I'll say is to see her persevere through the thick of it has been amazing. It's been an amazing watch that she's that tough, that she's came through and she's almost on the other side of it, and she still looks the same to me. Still acts the same. She's still as beautiful of a person as she's ever been. To me, that's true fucking strength. You know what I'm saying? 100%. If it was me, I don't know, man. You know, I don't know what I would have done. But I can sit here today and tell you that I might not have fought as hard. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I can't lie. There's been days I've wanted to give up. There's been days I've had to call him just because I couldn't make it through. I had to call the street because I couldn't. I needed to hear someone tell me that I was strong because I did not feel it. And I felt like I was alone, but I knew I wasn't. But it's just still, you know, it's just,
yeah, for sure.
it's all consuming sometimes.
Well, to think that you're on the brink of death, right? That everything's inevitable, and to almost give up hope. You know, you have to have a support system around you,
Absolutely.
especially if you're gonna fight, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? I've known tons of people in my life that wanted to fight, but they just couldn't. They couldn't make it. They could never make it across that finish line.
That's why you surround yourself with people that will fight with you.
That's damn right.
And
That's damn right.
I've had a pretty awesome support system. That first doctor's appointment with my oncologist, that one hit hard because she's straightforward, but she also tries to prepare you for the worst. We didn't have all my tests. We didn't have all my test results in yet from my rectal surgeon, but she pretty much was preparing me for the worst. So I got this horrible news, and I felt hopeless. That was the worst. That was my rock bottom. I felt like she made it sound like I was going in to maintain the rest of, what I had left.
Yeah.
Is what it felt like. That I had maybe a year or two.
Yeah.
And that one really hit hard. And I came home, I was a mess. I came home, just cried. I called your wife, my best friend of 30-something years, and just cried.
I'm sorry.
I cried because, me and him cried on the way there, or the way home.
Bro, I'll tell you, man. Not to take nothing away from her story, but
I felt defeated. And
I'm
he
one
saw
of
it.
I'm one of the assholes that can get away and do a lot of shit, take a lot of shit. That shit'll break you, buddy. It'll break you.
And what really hurt was coming home and having to tell the kids and having to tell my youngest, which is she just hit 13. But it was, she was still 12. That one hurt because we sat on that couch and I just held her and we cried for like an hour.
Yeah.
And then we sat on the phone with Jess for a good 45 minutes. I was not okay. I was not in a good headspace. And literally that next day, we had to go across town, opposite direction on 280, and go see my rectal surgeon because it had been, 2 weeks. So it was time for follow-up since I'd been discharged. Because I pushed to get discharged real quick because the oldest in the house was graduating. I literally got released the day before her graduation was scheduled. I was so excited.
But you made it to the graduation?
I did.
Definitely did.
And I learned real quick
did.
that you cannot scream after you've had your whole abdomen sliced open through muscle and everything.
But you know what? You know what's amazing about that, right?
I had to watch my
Is
baby
that
walk around.
you got to watch your first baby
The one
walk
that
across the stage and graduate when they didn't even think that she would have lived.
No. She was my first death scare.
Yeah.
She actually killed me at one point. Stopped my heart a couple times.
Yep. Well,
That
she's
one.
been fighting ever damn since. So,
19 years old.
yeah, and she's doing great.
Why do you think she's still here?
Hey,
Hey, she was born at 26 weeks.
there's
That
plenty
one
of
was
there's
wild.
plenty of people that are born and that live every day, but it takes some knowledge and some strength to get old.
And that one has something in common with you.
Right.
Boy, what's that say for me? Then? Let's do this shit.
Says you've done a lot of stupid shit.
So,
I got witnesses.
Street, how did it affect you? I mean, Give us a little backstory. How long you've known Allie?
So,
I got tissue. If you can get real.
I've known her longer than I've known y'all.
That's not how you met them.
Uh,
Or not Matt. But I'm not.
so your wife's late husband, me and him went to school together. Him, his brothers, all of that. And then I started moving around a lot, lost contact with them. Then, well, how old was I? 18, 19?
18.
Wound up catching a job at a grocery store. Won't say which one it is, but it's
Big
pretty
box.
big.
Yeah.
And then I met her, and me and her started hanging out. And then there was a Halloween party.
No, it was the one before you. It was the Halloween party. The first one Derek got invited to.
And then I see Matt,
All Star.
and I was like, Matt? He's like, Josh? And I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, it's my fucking house.
It's the same shit he said to me, and I didn't even know him.
He's like, where have you been? I was like, you got me fucking expelled. So, yeah.
That's a
So
whole different story.
rekindled all of those friendships and then met all of y'all. And then just,
Breezy brought you into it. Brought you to us.
yeah.
R.I.P. 7I6.
Yep.
706.
Yeah, 706.
I call him 7I6 because he thought he was James fucking Bond.
Keep it easy, Breezy.
But, so yeah, it's been a long, long time. So yeah, there's that part of it. And then, as far as the journey portion of it, I mean, like she said, I've taken her to some doctor's appointments, some of her chemo treatments, and
He's held my hand when Short Bus couldn't be there.
I mean, it's just
Literally.
Appreciated. Much appreciated. I appreciate
He's
you.
Josh.
the night we found out. I was with Damon, and like there was a plane ticket bought through a corporate card that couldn't, like, something happened with the plane. I don't even remember what happened with
I
that.
don't even remember his
It got delayed a lot.
But something happened with it, and he needed a plane ticket for that night. And then I went through and bought his plane ticket, got him home, and as soon as when he got out of the truck, went into the airport, I started leaving, and I had to pull off because I broke down.
Yeah.
I
was
mean,
on my way to the emergency room at that point. Or I was actually in the hospital emergency room being checked over by what ended up being my surgeons.
but I mean, me and her, we've been through a lot of shit together.
Done a lot of dumb shit together too.
And
All of us.
she referred to me earlier as like a second husband, but she's my sister.
Yeah.
Even though we're not blood related, that's my sister.
My mom always called you her child that she didn't know she had. But,
I'm just saying, I'd have fucked your mama.
my mom wasn't giving home.
What?
Well then, there
Let's
we
say-
go. There's that.
Before the stroke, that woman was
Definitely
a
American
killer.
Pie.
She
That
was,
took a turn.
And that is why in the state of Alabama, your family tree looks like a tumbleweed.
I was gonna say a goddamn spruce pine.
But I was there when her mama passed away, her grandmother passed away,
my uncle.
your uncle. Like, it's been.
You helped me keep it together.
So let me ask you this, Street. So as you're replaying all these memories of how long you've known Allie, and when you had to pull off on the side of the road,
All of that was running through my head.
but what was the main thought that really just broke you down?
Really?
Yeah, that's what that's what we want to know.
Answer the fucking question.
That he wasn't gonna be able to say goodbye.
Hey, instead of telling him to shut up,
Because it was that
like he
bad.
tells you, tell him to fucking talk.
Yeah. Talk, damn it.
Like, I didn't know if I'd be able to say goodbye.
We didn't know if it was as bad as what my mom had.
Like,
We knew.
didn't know how long she had. didn't know how bad it was.
We just
All
knew
I
it was
knew
something.
is she was getting rushed to the ER. She was in ICU. By the time I got out of Florida, I didn't know if I was going to have a best friend to come back to.
And that's got to be tough, right?
That's more than tough. That's impossible.
Yeah. Especially when you share so much history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing that we talk about, you know, like when the camera's not on us is the memories, right? Like we've made so much fucking, I mean, really, if we're being honest today, we're throwing everything out on the table. The whole reason that we decided to start this journey was on the memories that all of us have made together. Right. You know, some fun. You know, we don't really like to talk about the ones that ain't so fun, but it's all about the memories. And, you know, this goes back to our Christmas episode when, you know, I said I fucking hate that holiday, right? You know, and
With your Christmas shirt on.
yeah, with my Christmas shirt on, I fucking hate that holiday. And that's the thing. And I don't know what it is. The older I've gotten, you know, making the memories with the people that I love to have around me, the people that share the same values as me, maybe not always the same ideas, right? But the same values. That's the most important part of my life. Like when my son probably puts me in a nursing home when I'm fucking 80 something years old because he can't deal with me. At least I can sit there in a wheelchair and stare out a fucking window and look at a bluebird fly by and go, yeah, I remember we sat down and did a podcast fucking 60 years ago.
Maybe,
Or-
unless you have Alzheimer's.
Hey, fuck you. Don't wish that on me.
Dementia runs in my family too.
You know what I mean? That's the biggest piece for me is the memories, right? And that's why, I mean, really, that's what this is about. I mean, we are literally talking to our audience, but we're recording our memories down. So one day, if we do have Alzheimer's or dementia, somebody can press play and we can relive all these fucking things and go, holy shit, I can't believe I did that. You know what I mean? You know?
Hell, I probably wouldn't even know I am me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Your ass did fall down a mountain twice.
Right into a creek.
Side note.
Fallout Boy.
Side note. I was fucking with my kids about them washing my back.
Yeah.
You know, right now, like
Yeah.
at the age I'm at. And they was like, no, fuck no, we're not washing your back. And they didn't say fuck no, but you know. So I'm like,
The
okay.
intent was implied.
I'm like, so I guess I'm going to a nursing home sooner than I thought. Oh no, we're not gonna put you in a nursing home. You sure? It seemed like it.
I mean, you ain't got my back. You can't wipe my back. You know what I mean? When I'm shitting on myself, what you gonna do?
Hey, changed their whole outlook. They was like, we got you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We got you.
But there's only 2 out of the 6 children that I love and cherish.
Damn, you only love 2 out of 6.
Oh Lord.
Man, you fucking rolling in.
That I know would not put me in a nursing home.
Kate. Until you piss her off.
Until
Then
I
that's the first
Oh, yeah.
go.
Yeah, that's the
I don't
first
know.
stop. Like,
I don't know
get the fuck out of
if
the car.
the day comes and you done pissed her off the day before, your ass first one out the bus.
I'm gone, buddy. I'm telling you, I'm gone.
You
She
get
ain't
a-
even stop at the car. She's just gonna open the door and keep
You
the
get
gas
a-
she's
you-
rolling.
Your ass
I
gets
think she'd keep me.
your ass gets a nurse named Gertrude.
Buddy, I'm
I go
telling
with the flow.
I raised my girls to be fucking assholes.
And they're every bit of it.
And I regret it every day because they got good men that's taking care of them and taking care of their grandchildren, providing for them and everything else. Fuck. They give them fucking hell, dude. I'm like, I hear shit come out of their mouth. I'm like, hold up. I'll slap you for that shit.
It's probably
We
something
got
you
one
see.
that's engaged
Oh,
and
my
she
God.
sounds just like.
I'm different.
But you
Look,
said some
Miley
assholes
Kate,
shit. Though.
Miley is
I
Kate
am.
Jr.
Oh,
Miley's
God,
Kate
dog.
Jr. Down to it.
I've had to grab her and calm her the fuck down. Nah, we ain't doing this shit. 'Cause it
So-
pisses me off.
So, how did it affect you?
I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
mean sometimes. I can hold my own. It breaks you. It fucking breaks you. I don't give a damn who you are, what you do, how you pray.
Watching me
Whatever.
cry or have a breakdown, he can't handle it. He has
It
to leave
breaks
the
you.
room.
It breaks you bad. But you step back and look like, whoa, this shit's real.
I mean, he's there for me. He'll sit
And
there and hold
I'm
me.
tearing
but
up
he'll
now
have to-
because it's for real.
Right.
It's for real, dude. I mean, I can do a lot of shit. I can put up with a lot of shit. But I asked this woman to marry me, and I didn't think there was a chance that it should be took away from me so soon. But it happened. So it puts you in check. I don't care who you are, what you are, how you do, whatever. It checks you. Your mental stability, your physical stability, it checks you. Because, buddy, I'm telling you, not as long as mentally, yeah, it's a motherfucker. Physically, yeah, let's do this shit. No, that breaks you too. Because you got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. That's the only sanity that you can get is by keeping moving. Keeping moving. Because if you don't, bro, you're going to go fucking crazy. You will lose your fucking shit.
I know from experience.
Can't do it.
I can't stay here for much longer.
Right.
I need to go back to work. I don't know if I can handle 6 more weeks of chemo and radiation aggressively. I
So,
might kill a child.
speaking of that, like, what? So, you called me the other day and you told me that they didn't find any cancer cells in your bloodstream.
That means it's a good thing. It means it's not traveled anywhere. It's not trying to
It
travel.
has not spread. It's not trying.
It's
They got it localized into her from her lymph nodes.
It's
So
8
they're
lymph
treating
nodes
her
that are
lymph
in the
nodes.
immediate vicinity of my colon and rectum and everything. 8 out of 62 lymph nodes that were tested, and out of the 62, only 8 of them came back affected.
That's amazing.
Nice.
So, you only have how much left?
Right now I'm on a month-long break. I go back end of January to get a PET scan to see exactly what we're dealing with, and then they'll have the results in office the next day. I get a PET scan the 20th. The 21st I go see my oncologist, and then the 22nd, then literally the next day I go right back and see the radiation oncologist. And this is all after we get right back in town 2 days later.
So, after that, if everything is copacetic,
Then we have to hit my abdomen with
Radiation.
radiation, high levels of radiation. And they made me sign papers on that one because what the plan is I go in on Monday, get my chemo pump, wear it Monday through Friday, take it off myself here Friday evening, most likely. But I do radiation every day that week, or every day during the week, for 6 weeks. And only have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. Or no, Saturday and Sunday off.
so
And that's
what they're thinking is they give you a heavy dose right towards the end, and then you're gonna ring that bell. You're in remission. So the day that you ring that bell, I want somebody to video you.
Miley has me ringing the bell from when they did the radiation on my spot. On my
No, I know, but when they finally say this is over, you're done, you're in full remission, I want somebody videoing you so they can ring that bell. We're gonna share that with the viewers and the listeners of What the Dudesay podcast.
That's gonna make me cry, though.
And
You're gonna get
we're
me
probably all gonna cry, Ollie.
Right.
I mean, that means that we keep your punk ass around for another fucking 75 years, and we get to laugh at all your stupid
I don't know about
jokes.
75 years. My grandchildren might cause a few dozen heart attacks.
Hey, if I'm living to 88, you
I
got a
can
long way
barely
to
live
go.
88.
I am gonna live to 88. I had it in a dream. I was jacking off.
Are you sure you weren't reliving Back to the Future where you got to hit 88 miles an hour?
Nope.
Dirty grandpa over here.
Nah. I was in a nursing home,
No, that's this one.
and they had me on an oxygen tank, and I turned that shit up so I could get a couple extra strokes.
You do kind of look like Marty McFly right now.
Hey, that's cool.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
No.
My hair grow out and I'll be Doc.
Yes, you will.
You gotta lose some weight though. Doc was skinny.
Yeah, you
I
will.
can be Doc. I mean, I got the silver hair at this point. It's salt and pepper.
Damon do.
Yeah, no shit.
Exactly.
One thing that I think that I want to say is that we all sitting around this table love you so much.
Absolutely.
We support you so much.
Absolutely.
And you are a beacon of strength that we hope to be able to draw from in times of trouble. We've seen what you've went through. We've seen how hard you're fighting to get over this, not only for your friends and your family, but for yourself. And maybe I feel a little bit different, but you know, every time I get off the phone with you and you're telling me the good news and the hope, like there's just so much vibrance about you that you know that you're overcoming this situation in your life and this trial and this tribulation. That gives me hope that one day if I find myself in the same situation, that I just keep grabbing at the ladder, just keep trying to climb. So I appreciate you. I love you. I think we all can agree
Absolutely.
that your story has been amazing so far. And the strength that you perceive, we hope, if we ever find ourselves in that type of situation, we have half it.
You got to, because if you don't, you're not gonna do anything. You have to keep happy thoughts, good vibes, good energy. Just negativity just brings you down, and it just makes it so much harder.
You got to be a fighter, man. And
I don't feel like
everybody in
that.
this room can fight.
Right. So,
Not physically, I'm talking about mentally. Everybody in this room is capable of doing it. I know every one of them.
absolutely. So I heard of the beacon of strength, right? But there's this add-on that I have heard about that confuses me because, I have never heard this in my entire life.
Paul said it in front of that one, and he told you, right?
What is up with this Barbie butt, though?
Non-functioning asshole now. Like they literally sewed it up.
Oh,
So nothing.
my God.
Nothing.
No hole.
No.
You just got a bag.
You smack that ass and not worry about nothing coming out of it.
So how do you fart?
Through the bag.
Through the bag.
At least come through the front. Ooh,
I have a front butt.
It sounds like a Debbie cake wrapper.
That's why I was about to ask that. I was about to do it rumble. Do a rumble a little bit.
It'll go, and I'm like, motherfucker, I'm in the middle of talking to somebody and it does it, and I'm like, God damn it. And then
Just be
he
glad it
starts
didn't do it during
giggling.
this.
Bro, I'm telling you, I mean,
He giggles like a
me
little 3-year-old.
comically, and a lot of folks probably won't see it this way, but a good fart is worth laughing at.
We laugh about a lot of shit, and farts is definitely included in
Buddy,
it.
I'm telling you.
That's top tier.
But knowing where this gas is coming from and what it's doing,
Where it's supposed to go.
buddy, that's just funny as fuck. It's just like, yeah.
Now, by all means, don't do it while I'm here.
She can't help it.
She can't deny it, bro.
She ain't got no start-stop button.
It just
I
happens.
literally have no control.
I don't nobody
The
have a
only
start and
thing I
stop
have
button
control
when it
over-
comes to that.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do. You can clench them cheeks together. She ain't got no cheeks to clench no more.
You know what? I can sit in that car for 3 hours and hold the hell out of it.
Oh,
When
man.
I get out,
I want to see that.
and when I get out,
Do that shit.
when
That
I
shit's
get
not
out,
healthy, man.
it just
That shit not healthy.
No, it's not healthy at all.
You're not
And it
supposed
does
to hold
not
gas
sound like
in
that.
it,
When you
man.
sit down on the toilet, that bitch, you blow the bottom out of
it sounds like some firecrackers.
No, it's like more like them daggum cannons they shoot off with the fireworks.
Like boom! That damn starburst goes, woo! And he goes,
Or a tuned up Toyota or something.
Why does it always revert back to that topic with you?
well, I'm just
Every
saying.
time. Every time.
Hey, so speaking of
Essentially, I have
farts,
non-functioning asshole. That's
Speaking
what-
of-
Speaking of farts,
speaking of farts,
oh my
God.
gosh, I don't even know where this finna go right now.
Yeah, you do.
None of us do.
I have one question about, you have a coloscopy bag, right?
No, it's an ileostomy bag.
Y'all heard that, whatever
It's on
she
the right
said.
side.
Whatever she
Colostomy
said.
bag's on the left side. Mine's my small intestine. Colostomy bag is large intestine.
Okay, so
Knowledge you should
when
know.
you have flatulence,
You're gonna ask me what it's called, or the term for it, aren't you?
absolutely.
It's called burping the bag.
Nice.
Hey,
Hey, the next time you shit your pants, I'm gonna go, man, you better quit burping that bag, goddammit.
We have learned though, I have literally weaponized it against my 17-year-old because
Which is a boy, by the way.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
You weaponize the bag?
yeah.
Yes.
Man, you gotta stay off Call of Duty, bro.
Hey, as long as it
Look.
works.
We were
should
okay.
clear
It
the
was
whole fucking
literally,
house.
it was literally the night of the graduation because, like, I got out on a Thursday. I was supposed to get out, or her graduation was supposed to be that Friday, and then they ended up postponing it to that Saturday. So it gave me a little more time to kind of accumulate being back home. Well, that night we're all sitting around the couch, and we're like, I mean, I'm a little goofy because they've got me on medication because I'm like literally from here to here, just there's a giant incision. So I'm healing and I'm hurting, right? I can't even like cough without a pillow or sneeze. I mean, anytime I do it, it feels like I'm just my guts are gonna fall out. Well,
Like Ripley from Amy.
exactly. That's why. Well, we're sitting on the couch and Logan's sitting over there
need
next to
money.
Damon, and all of a sudden, I'd made a joke about not having an asshole. I was like, I ain't got to worry about, get up and go to the bathroom for a few minutes. I don't have to go directly after. Because,
Yeah, it drains.
exactly.
Ain't no drain to that.
Logan has picked up my fondness for impersonations and voices and whatnot.
That boy.
And he pops off and goes, Emma has no asshole. That one choked on air. He started laughing so
How
hard.
about I died twice that night?
You died. I could not breathe.
Yeah.
I could not breathe. I couldn't do anything. It just hurt so bad.
But-
And Logan's just laughing. So I got him alone and locked him in a room after I burped my bag. And I heard him in there gagging. And
So if you don't burp the bag,
it exploded.
does it swell out?
Yes.
Yeah. It fills up with air.
Oh,
so
dude.
did it explode?
It has.
We-
It has. I
we
freaked
need to
out
get-
one night.
We need to get a fucking torch and have her just do this shit.
Hey, you want to?
No.
Here he
I got
go.
a
No
map
idea.
out there right now.
No
Call that
idea.
shit dragon breath.
Yeah. Call it Dragon
Push
Breath.
harder.
That might be her new nickname, man. Dragon Breath.
Hey, we got Dragon Lady and Dragon Breath.
Oh.
No, that's the Milk Lady. Or Go-Go Gadget Tips. I still like Go-Go Gadget Tips better. Does it... Think about it. The breast pumps. The Go-Go Gadget Tips.
Right?
They sound like a shark dragon flavor.
That was really oddly specific.
Allie, we love you.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate everything that you share with us today. We're here for you. We're gonna be right there with you. We might not be there the day you ring the bell, but we're gonna make sure that every YouTube subscriber, every Spotify listener, every social media person that follows this podcast knows that the day you beat cancer is the day that we're gonna get you fucking drunk. We're gonna feed you well, and we're gonna party like we did 15 years ago.
Oh God, I can't. I
we
have to
gonna
be
do
careful.
this
I get
shit.
dehydrated really easy because
That's
of
all
this
right.
now. I have
We'll
to
buy Gatorade.
So will they open? So will they give you a butthole after
No,
all is
I
done?
can't.
No.
When they did the surgery, they took my colon and they had to take my rectum because the tumor was so large and it had done so much damage that it was the safest bet, honestly, because
So she's
with it being
lifelong
genetic,
with
I
us.
still have to have an endoscopy once a year for the rest of my life because since it was proven to be genetic and they confirmed it, it now can develop in any part of my GI tract.
Yeah.
Which is
Gotcha.
why it's so, like, important that we get the kids.
Hey, we can take all that shit out, put a straight PVC pipe in there.
Thank you.
We can do that.
Y'all plumbers are terrible.
Yeah,
y'all are fucking terrible.
we lay some down.
Right now, it'd be by code, too.
Yeah, it'd be by
Y'all
code.
are fucking terrible, bro. Oh my gosh.
Pressure release valves, everything.
You wanna get the- I went off the deep end and got 2 tattoos just because I got cancer. I mean, one of them was kind of wild.
Was one of it Mario?
No.
You need to get Mario, cause me
That
and
one
me
was more- that
me
one
and your
was
husband's
more-
gonna fucking put some 2-inch pipe from
Yeah.
that from your esophagus to your back.
No,
You sound like a 7.4 diesel. Let's do this.
But we did this one and then another one on the back of my head. I literally shaved my undercut down to bare skin and got a phoenix. One of our very good friends, King J-Rod, actually tattooed a phoenix on the back of my head. And once I am done with chemo and completely in remission, we're going to finish it.
Nice. I like that.
Is he coming here today?
No, he's not coming today.
He's hunting.
He's hunting red. He's in the woods. After about killing himself in a tree stand.
What?
Facts. Yeah, he
Yeah.
He fell out of a tree.
Yeah, he busted. He hit his face and everything.
Since the last time I was here?
No.
No.
Before that?
Yeah.
It was like
Before
3
that.
weeks ago.
Oh.
A month ago, something
Yeah, he
like that.
fucked his face up for real.
He didn't look like it.
He really did.
No, it
Look,
healed really. I mean, he healed.
Buddy, I'm telling you.
He's a tough
It's
motherfucker,
all
man. I'm
black
sorry.
and
Hey, I'm gonna tell you that story another time. But yeah, he's a tough motherfucker.
Buddy,
He is.
We should have him
I
on
just-
here one day because he's been through a
He's,
lot.
he's
Facts.
definitely gonna be out here one day.
Yeah,
Don't worry
one
about
day.
it.
Yeah.
Ask him about his relationship with his brother-in-law.
He has plenty of stories
Fourth
to
of July
tell.
story.
Huh?
Fourth of
Which
July
one? There's a
story.
lot of them.
Oh
Like,
yeah. No,
that
we're gonna
episode over.
film the
I mean,
entire
Derek
week
did try to
of
kill
4th
me
of
before
July.
the cancer even got to me.
We need to do a
So,
4th of July special for real.
Oh, we're gonna
Yeah.
film the whole week.
Oh, fuck, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
No, because there will be children down there this year, so you have to somewhat behave.
Hey, I hired a damn babysitter. I get her out of Mexico. Her name Maria.
Her name Maria. Maria.
She worked for a green card.
13-year-old.
That damn that
It'll
worked
be
in
her.
the
It'll
eyes
be her
tight.
birthday weekend. We have to do
Yeah,
something special for her. Hey, next July 4th will be Ava's birthday weekend, or birthday week, or whatever. We gotta do something special for
Don't
her.
let her cook. She burned butter bowls on the stove.
Takes after her Aunt Jess.
Yep.
Ah.
I'm telling you. Burned my fucking house down.
I guess I'll be the.
We got anything
and
else,
the
guys?
bartender.
So, hold on.
Uh-oh.
I'm finna end this.
He got this.
I got this.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, what you got,
Hey,
play?
what you got?
Touch his nipple.
Oh, what you got, play?
Willie the dude.
So, we're coming down to the end of the show, but I want to say I applaud you for the strength that you do have. I've met a lot of people. I've had family members that have cancer or had cancer or whatever, and it's just a test of your strong, your willingness to go through this, and I hadn't seen you cry. Today is my first time seeing you. You didn't cry, but you had a little wetness and up under your
you would have
pupil.
hated it that I shaved my head though. Everybody else cried. I didn't cry. I couldn't. I'd already cried enough, but the day I shaved my head was rough.
Yeah, and I understand. It can be real hard for you to go through that, and I've been in a place where you are not in a sense of it being my spouse, but as it being
Somebody
a family
close to
member,
me.
somebody close to me, and that support has to be strong. No, without a doubt, it has to be
I
strong.
don't care
I've
how old
been
you are. You got to throw them gloves on.
Because I've seen people where, and I can say family members, that, my grandmother was going through something, going through cancer or whatever, and she just ended up, family kind of run away. You can see when you're going through stuff, you can kind of see, y'all some assholes. You can kind of see, the support that you do have or whatever, and for them to walk away or not call or not worried about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And for Josh, for you to come in and, and help out, step up where, you need it. You know what I'm saying? That's a testament to who you really are. You help a lot of folks. Derek, stop fucking rugging me my fucking back. I'm not about to cry, okay?
Sure.
I'm positive, damn it.
You got this. You got this, bro. You got this.
Yeah, I know I got.
When I knew
I
I,
ain't no
You got
fucking
this.
cat.
You sure?
Yes. But
Devil like a
But
Persian.
Before you end it, sir, before you end it, I want to tip my hat to every one of y'all, even the cameraman back over here. I'm going to tip my hat because you motherfuckers helped me, and I appreciate it.
We did our best, sir.
thank you. We try.
Thank you guys.
We try. So
We love you too, short bus.
Yeah.
We want mud riding here in a little while on the short bus. We'll do this shit.
Can
You
we go
taking my
mud?
truck?
Can we go mud riding today?
No.
Yeah, I'll take charge. Let's do this shit.
Bet.
no.
Let's go. Right after this shit.
What?
So
You ain't gonna make
I'm
it
not gonna
5
be
foot
here. So
in.
yeah, go
You're gonna
ahead.
get stuck.
it's just butt riding. You ain't gonna be.
I'm not gonna be here,
Right,
like I
mud
just
riding because
said.
you on the ground in that motherfucker.
Well, if that's the case, Allie, you can't go.
You got your own mud you're dealing with over there, okay? With not that type of mud, all right?
Hey, don't try to switch up. You know what you meant.
Not that type of mud.
Not a fuck. That ain't
I
mud.
take it up for you, and this one gives you shit.
You know, I'm taking up for you too. I love you, Allie.
I love you, Allie.
I love you tonight.
I love you, okay? But with all that being said, Allie, we thank you for being here. We thank you for talking about
Absolutely.
your
We love
story. Damon, we're glad that you're here to give the back support for her. Could keep doing what you're doing, my man. Josh, keep doing what you're doing by uplifting. I'm always a call away.
Yep.
And that's it.
What the dude say?